Starting.
And if my alarm thing just...
You are on.
Hi! Hello everybody, I'm Sandy Sandler and I'm here filming some fun Bowdabra projects. So let's get started. I'm just kind of wondering, Jill, who's on with us today? Has anybody joined us yet?
We have a couple people on.
Any comments? You guys want to tell me where you're from?
Oh, Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. How are you?
She says hello.
So I know that in the Facebook advertisement for tonight, it said that we were going to be doing organizing. And of course, I blew it and I have some projects. So we'll do organizing next week. But I also want to warn you, if you're on watching this now, we've had some technical difficulties. Oh my gosh, so many in the past couple weeks. So if you lose us, just hang on for a minute and we'll try to get right back on again. So I'm going to get started.
Gail says, hi, Sandy.
Oh, hi, Gail. Gail? Hello.
Gail Griffin, yeah.
Hi, Gail. Oh my God, Gail is so creative. I just am blown away. So I actually made this project a couple weeks ago.
And Terry said San Diego, so I'm sure it was an answer to something.
Where I asked where you're from. And Terry's from San Diego. Cool.
Oh, cool.
So at least it's warm there. Gail, where you are, I bet you guys are freezing, huh?
What project are you doing?
I am going to do a pom-pom. We started making this a couple weeks ago as a Christmas ornament, but it's so cute that I kind of wanted to do it again. So, because we messed up with our technical difficulty. So I'm going to take some of my Bowdabra Bow Wire and I folded it in half and I'm just going to lay this down into my Bowdabra. And I'm just going to tuck the ends underneath. I'm not tucking them to anything, I'm just getting them out of the way. Then what I'm going to do is take my yarn and I'm just going to put a little piece here and then I'm going to start just circling my mini Bowdabra with the yarn. Now for a bigger pom-pom, you can use the big Bowdabra. And then all I'm going to do here is just hold on to my bow wire so it doesn't get caught. And I'm just going to keep making about 60. So sorry, it gets a little bit boring. But why don't you guys chime in and let me know what's going on. So I'm really excited because we're working on getting the new scrunchy ribbon and we have it in the store. We also have some really cool Ultimate Bowdabra kits that I think you guys would really love. They're great gifts in our store right now at 15% off, and it includes everything you need to get started bow making. This one is just, this yarn is not cooperating. Guess it's the way it was on the thing. It didn't want to work with me. So
Trisha, hi Trisha.
Hi Trisha. Whoops. Okay, this is just a fun show here. So we're going to move this here and I'm just going to continue. So here we'll keep going. I'm going to try to do this about 60 times, but I actually lost count. So keep going. And the more you use, obviously, the thicker the pom-pom. So get there and I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And now I'm going to take my ends. Oh no, did I do this wrong? I did. And Jill didn't even notice to tell me I was doing it wrong. When we do the pom-poms, we put the Bowdabra wire in this way. Okay.
Is this sideways?
And of course, now I have to start all over again. So hopefully you guys will join in with me. And now we're going to start here and just go. So how many of you made New Year's resolutions and have actually kept them so far? What was your New Year's resolution? Mine was to learn how to make pom-poms right. Okay, and then we'll continue here.
Which is also the nice thing about Bowdabra is that you can always add.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you just keep going. It's very simple. But this comes out to the cutest little snowman, which is great for winter decor. So that's why. And I thought with you guys back east that are, oh my gosh, I can't even believe how cold it is. I heard on the news that it's 100 degrees. It was 100 below in New Hampshire. and that they were blowing bubbles and the bubbles froze. I can't even imagine that kind of cold.
And don't forget to share this.
Oh yeah, please you guys, share that people to come watch. I'd love to have everybody come.
Thank you, Trisha. She just said she shared.
Thanks, Trisha. Okay, so now I'm going to pull it out of the Bowdabra, or off of the Mini Bowdabra. Pull it really, really tight and separate the ends here. Bring it around and going to tie a knot.
Trisha says you're welcome.
And so how was your holiday, everybody? Are you all rested, back to work?
And now she's just cutting the yarn to form it into the pom-pom.
Exactly. And I'm going to try to find a glue. So there we have this like adorable little pom-pom. And as you can see how easy it is.
Right there.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking for glue dots here.
Pointing with my nose.
And let's hope these work. Lately my glue dots have been extremely uncooperative.
Gail said, that is so cool. I did not know you can make a pom-pom with the Bowdabra.
Isn't that fun? And so now, and then I'm just going to make the little arms. Okay, so where is my chopstick? So just going to circle this around. And I think that's going to be a long enough arm. And we'll do his arm on the other side. And just cut that, cut this. And isn't he adorable? Look at that cute little snowman. How simple.
It is so fun.
So I'm going to put little snowman away. And now, actually this is a project Jill came up with for me that's kind of cute. So we just have this little bracelet. It's just a little leather bracelet. And what Jill did for me, which is really cool, is she put two little brackets in here. So you can make grommets, I'm sorry. And this, so you can make fun little bows. So let's just take this here, and I love this ribbon, and I'll grab some silver bow wire, and I'm going to fold it in half, lay this down into my Mini Bowdabra. I'm just tucking the ends underneath. I'm not attaching them to anything, I'm just getting them out of my way. And now I'm just going to take my scrunchy ribbon and just scrunch it, or it's not scrunchy ribbon, it's tulle. But you could do this with Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon. And I'm just going to scrunch that down into there and take my Bowdabra bow wire.
Tiffany says, working hard, LOL.
So, pull it really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra. I'm going to bring it out. Oops. Separate the ends, bring it around to the back, and if I had one, I could actually, I don't think I have a rhinestone out here, but I probably would just glue a little rhinestone in the middle, and then you just put it through the grommet and back through the grommet, and we're going to just tie this off. And I'm going to just twist it a little bit so that that'll hold, because what I love about this is you can just interchange your bows on your bracelet anytime you want. So it's kind of a cool gift, and whoever you give it to can change out their bow or whatever it is that they want. So, and now a lot of people have been asking me questions about how to do like a double layered bow. And that's one of the really cool things about Bowdabra.
Gail says adorable, and Trisha says great job.
Thank you. I'm still waiting to hear what you guys, what New Year's resolutions everybody came up with. Actually, Vivi had one for me. She said, more walks, Mom. So I fold my Bowdabra bow wire in half. Now, for those of you that aren't really familiar with the Bowdabra, underneath here there are springs, and the springs are going to automatically adjust to what I put into the Bowdabra, and the Mini Bowdabra works exactly the same way. Also, a trick, this is actually something Jill came up with, is my Bowdabra usually will slide on things, and just a piece of shelf lining paper or shelf lining sheet just glued onto the bottom makes it moves much less. So I just thought I would share that little tip with you. So I fold my Bowdabra bow wire in half, and I'm going to lay that down into my Bowdabra, and I'm just going to tuck the ends underneath. Then I'm going to take my mesh, and I'm just going to scrunch it in right here, and then just fold it back.
It says drink more water and great idea.
Oh, cool. That's a good resolution.
That's a good reminder too.
Yeah. Oops, I think I'm going to make that loop a little bit bigger. So if any of you have worked with mesh, you know it is not our friend. It loves to stick to everything.
And for people that are just joining us, we're asking about New Year's resolutions.
And not only that, I'd love to hear New Year's resolutions. I'd also love to hear projects you'd like me to do on future Facebook Lives. So we're just going to fold this back and forth. And you know what I'd love to hear from any of you that are back east in the awful, horrible cold weather. What are you guys doing to stay warm and keep yourself busy? So now I'm just going to take my Bowdabra wand, and I'm just going to scrunch everything down. And then I'm going to take, here.
Can a Bowdabra make flowers out of tulle? That is a great question. And
you know, I bet we can. I will definitely do that on like my next Facebook Live, which would be next Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So then I have this really pretty ribbon here, and I'm just going to fold it and bring it back. And I want the right side of the ribbon on the outside, which is why I fold it here. So then, and twist, because that way the wrong side of the ribbon is on the inside of my bow. I'm going to bring that back over here and just twist it. And I like to twist it before I put it into the Bowdabra. I just think that makes it easier to have a perfect twist, per se. And then I'm just going to make a little bit smaller loop here.
How old's your daughter, Trisha?
And this here. And now I'm going to scrunch down one more time. And you know, sometimes as you fill up more, sometimes the towers get stuck together, but you just kind of open them and stick your wand in.
Oh,
then I have,
cool. 7 years old and she's watching with her mom.
Oh, fun! What's her name?
I think she said Valencia.
Valencia?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, such a pretty name. I bet Valencia loves this pink bow. And then now I'm just going to take the flower and I'm going to scrunch it one more time for good measure. And now I'm going to take my Bowdabra bow wire. And remember, I folded it in half when I first put it in. So now I have my slip knot. Pull it through my slip knot. Hold it really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra. I'm going to separate the ends and bring it around to the back. And I'm going to knot it so it stays. And you have a really, really pretty sparkly mesh pink. Oops. There we go. So tell me what you think. You guys like it?
Well, we know Valencia does.
Cool. So I love that bow. It'd be really pretty in a little girl's room. Even you could hang it from the wall. I just think it's so pretty. So
I sent all my fake flowers. She says she loves the colors.
Oh, cool. I know. I save everything because we reuse it in a million different ways. So now, we're going to make this really cute little birthday card. So, I'm going to pull out my Mini Bowdabra. And I'm going to take out all my supplies for this.
And somebody says their New Year's resolution is to be a millionaire.
Oh, that's a good one. Let me know how it works out. I'll be happy to join you. Okay, let's just grab all this. But I remember listening to, I think it was Jack Canfield once. And he said that what you want to do is write a fake check to yourself for whatever you think you're going to earn. And just put that on your wall and you write a check. So if you're going to earn $1 million, then write a check for $1 million and keep telling yourself you're going to do it. So now what I'm going to do is take my Bowdabra bow wire.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Julie. And I'm going to fold it in half and just lay it down into Mini Bowdabra. And just like the big Bowdabra, underneath here are springs. So the Mini Bowdabra is going to adjust automatically to whatever we put into it. So it's so cool. And we cheated and already cut the paper because I figured you guys could cut paper and I didn't need to show you how we did that. And then I cut a cupcake and we're going to put that the cupcake holder or the bottom of it, but we crimped it, and I'm just going to show you with my trusty crimper. And I love the crimper because it's pretty much as easy as Bowdabra, which means I can do it. And you're just going to, and it makes it, it's actually a corrugator, and it makes it, I hope you can see, it kind of corrugates, which is kind of cool. So what I'm going to do actually first, after I put my Bowdabra bow wire in, I'm just going to take one of my trusty glue dots, put one here, and put one here, and then I'm just going to glue that right there. So there's my bottom of my cupcake, and now we've got to make the icing. So I've already folded my Bowdabra bow wire in half and put it in. So now I'm just going to take a little tiny bit on this side, then have most of my ribbon on that side. Just going to scrunch it all in and fold it over and take my wand and scrunch everything in. And then I'm going to take my wire, bring it back. I'm going to pull my two ends through my slip knot, hold the bow, hold the bow while it's still in the Bowdabra. Pull it out. I'm going to separate the ends, bring it around to the back, and tie a knot. And I'm going to double knot it. Then I'm going to clip my ends here. Whoops, boy, I'm just getting everything, throwing everything all over the place. So now we have like a little fan. And so that is going to go right here, and I need to grab another glue dot here. Let's see. So with New Year's, does anybody start reading a bunch of self-help books or self-improvement type books? And are there any authors that you like that you would recommend? And then I'm going to just stick one more glue dot underneath here. And I'm going to put all this stuff out of my way, except for the Bowdabra, because I need that for my bow that I'm going to make. So now you have this cute little kind of icing. I think I need one more glue dot there. Put that right here.
Trisha says she just sticks to her planner.
That works. I'll tell you. I have mine on my phone.
Terry says she's planning to travel this year. And Dee Steven says, hi everyone, first time here, love my Bowdabra.
Hi Dee, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you like your Bowdabra. So I'm going to take my Bowdabra bow wire and I'm going to fold it in half and just tuck it underneath my mini Bowdabra so it stays out of the way. Then I have to dovetail, oh, this one we've dovetailed, so I have to dovetail this. Now to dovetail it, I'm just folding it in half, and I'm going to cut from the fold to the end. And you could also cut from the end to the fold. Both ways work. So now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to have the right side up. I'm going to go to the center. I'm just going to do a little pinch, like a little mountain in the center, and scrunch it down. That just helps it keep shape. Then I'm going to take my pink ribbon and we're just going to make a little mini hair bow. So I'm just going to put that in. And again, I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to put my little mountain in the middle and scrunch that down. Then I'm going to center it here and put my a little mountain. And the reason I do my little mountain in the middle is because it helps it shape, so you don't have to worry about sewing and all the other things you have to do for normal bow making or with other bow makers. So now I'll take that out and I'll bring my Bowdabra bow wire up here. I'm going to pull my two ends through my loop. So I have my slip knot. Pull it tight while it's still in the Bowdabra. Separate the ends and bring it around to the back. And I'm just going to...
And aren't those the cutest scissors, Trisha?
I never lose them. Actually, a really cool tip for not losing stuff, Jill does this a lot, is stick duct tape on everything that's yours. And then you know, like if you're at a party and you all have Bowdabras, if your Bowdabra has multi-tiered colored duct tape, you know it's yours. So now I'm just going to clip the ends, and I'm going to take a glue dot, I think, and put the glue dot right here, and I'm going to stick it right on top of my icing. And then I'm going to take a gemstone, and it has adhesive back, and that's just going to stick, supposedly, right there. Oops, I guess it's not going to stick, so I think we're going to stick it with a glue dot. The problem, in all sincerity, is I have a craft room that's out in my garage, and I keep everything stored out here, and in the summer, when it's 110 degrees outside and it's 150 degrees in my garage, a lot of my craft supplies lose their life. So anyway, oh, I almost forgot. How could I forget that? And so we're just going to kind of put the
Trisha, I just can't wait to try this.
String in here, and we stick our little cherry on top. And how cute and simple and easy is that? Make your great birthday cards. And so quick.
Cool. So cute, says Gail.
Thank you. And from Gail, I took that as a huge compliment. So, okay. I get so excited doing this, you guys, because what you don't understand is I really, really am, or was, I'm changing, but I really was the most creatively challenged person there was. And the fact that I can do creative things with Bowdabra is so cool, because that means anybody can do it. Excuse me for just one sec.
Justine says the card looks awesome, and Trisha says, I'm excited too.
Cool. So, now I'm going to take some Bowdabra bow wire, and I'm folding it in half. And now I'm going to lay that down into my regular Bowdabra. And I'm just going to tuck everything underneath just so it stays out of the way. And just in case someone isn't familiar, I know I've mentioned this before, but underneath here there are springs. And so the springs will automatically adjust so you can make ginormous bows or smaller bows. So I have two pieces here. Let me grab my other. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to use, people like to know how to make bows with two kinds of ribbon. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I have my tails, and I'm going to just fold them in half.
Dovetail that one.
And I'm going to lay this, I'm just going to pinch it up and lay that down into my Bowdabra. Now,
there's Bowdabra. It's still loving it. Having Bowdabra since 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh! No, we're not quite that old, but almost.
And Trisha says she's had her for years too.
So you guys got it with the old VHS tapes?
Did you really send it like that?
Well, that's what existed. You didn't have the internet or any. Jill's looking at me like wide-eyed. That's how young she is. Like 20 years ago, there wasn't the internet. So, no, we didn't have the internet. So originally the Bowdabras came with a VHS tape. And then we progressed into a DVD. And now we have YouTube and we have our blog and we have Facebook. And I'm so excited because next year, or this year, in probably about 4 or 5 months, we're going to actually have a Bowdabra app. So that is going to be so cool. So anyway, back to my double bow. I'm going to take my ribbon and fold it in half, and I'm just going to cut from the fold to the ends. And I've already cheated and dovetailed the other ones. And so now what I'm going to do...
Marielle Jane said, I had the DVD tutorial and there were the comment.
Oh no. We have trouble sometimes seeing the comments because they go back, but I do go on after Facebook Live and answer your comments. So just because I don't get to them now, I promise I'll go and respond after we get off air. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just take my 2 ribbons. I just put one on top of the other, and I'm going to twist it and put that in. And I'm twisting it because I want the blue ribbon to be on top. So I'm just going to make my loops, twist, and push. And that's all it is. Fold, twist, and push. It's really, really simple. And so all I'm doing is folding, twisting, and pushing. And I think, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I like to, actually, let's push that down there. I like to, I forget what I was about to say. Oh, yeah.
Dee says she's had hers for over 4 years.
Wow. You guys have to put pictures up and let me see projects you've made with Bowdabra. I would love that. So we're going to fold.
Yes, Trisha,
and
for
twist.
now, live every Monday. That is correct.
At 4 or 7, depending on if you're on the East Coast, or 6 or 5, depending on what time zone. But it's 4 p.m. Pacific Coast time and 7 p.m. East Coast time. So, and what's nice here is it's really hard to do with 2 ribbons, but with Bowdabra, it allows you to fold and shape. So I'm just going to fold, twist, and shape. Fold and twist. Oops. And fold. And then that's going to be the end of this bow here. And then have this really cute little peacock pick with a little peacock feather and some jewels in it. I'm just going to lay that down.
Put that peacock around.
I'm going to grab my Bowdabra wand and just going to scrunch that down in there. I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to pull the wire through my loop because I folded it in half when I first put it in. And pull it really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra. As I'm pulling it out, I'm going to separate the ends. I'm going to bring them around to the back. I'm going to tie it. I'm going to knot it. And now I'm going to shape my bow. So I have my feather up there. And I guess I should shape it towards the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing.
Julie says Mondays work so much better for me.
Oh, cool. They actually work better for me too. That's why we changed it. Because sometimes if I have to travel on business, the middle of the week makes it sort of hard. And I really want to keep doing these for you guys because it's so fun. So, just...
Trisha says, love it.
Cool. Isn't that pretty? And let me tell you a trick, you guys. Go to the stores, the craft stores, and pick up the Christmas ribbon that's on sale. I got some amazing ribbon that wasn't Christmas, like it didn't look like Christmas, but for phenomenal price. Yes, I know I'm a ribbonaholic, and yes, I need to go to ribbon rehab, but it's not my New Year's resolution. So isn't that pretty?
It's gorgeous.
There you go. And actually I have to move that out of there. So, and just kind of keep shaping till you get, oh, and one really good tip for shaping is a bow's never going to just hang in the air, or normally it wouldn't. So you want to finish your shaping when it gets onto a present or wherever it is that you want to put it. So we are now at the end of our half hour, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. And it means so much to me that you take the time out of your evening to spend it with me. And I will look forward to seeing you on Monday next week at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everybody.